Hello everybody, it's Mama Star here. Welcome back to a brand new video on this channel. And I wasn't gonna make this video, but I decided to. I actually wasn't gonna make this video today. I wasn't gonna film today just because I just was down in the dumps. And I'm just tired of being down in the dumps. Honestly, guys, it's not fun. And we try to keep today as positive as we possibly could today because that's all I can really do at this point. So basically, in this video, I want to talk to you guys about something that's a little bit opposite of my life right now, okay? And it's about basically what I hope to see in a relationship, into a partner and all that stuff, especially me being transgender. Maybe it might be a little different for me, or in my opinion, it's more so just the same as for everybody else, honestly. This is my personal perspective of what I want. So yeah, let's get into the video. So according to my camera, according to all this stuff, I'm testing out new lighting and stuff like that, different lighting types. So hopefully this comes off really good for you guys. It seems to be very cool. If that makes any sense at all. Very, very, very cool. As in cool colors. If you guys don't know, I'm gonna just make this little brief statement. I have been going through depression. I have gone through 2 heartbreaks in the last 4 days. So it's been kind of hard for me for a bit. And not really heartbreaks, more one was a heartbreak. One was kind of knew this was gonna happen kind of thing, and they're just the shittiest things that can happen to me, especially because I'm going through a lot of depression. But thank God I can get through it, and I have you guys. I love you guys more than anything. You guys are always there for me. Thank you so much. And have some good news as well. We actually went move forward in my surgery when it comes to talking to my doctor. I finally talked to my doctor after we got our appointment set up, so that I gave him some information for Dr. Alexander Sinclair. So yeah, hopefully we get that done. There is no sponsors today, unfortunately. Well, maybe this Dr. Pepper. I'm drinking this right now because it's way too late to get Starbucks. So Dr. Pepper, use code Charlotte Mama Star for your next drink for free. For those of you guys that know me, you would know that I love Dr. Pepper. DP is my favorite, and so I drink that shit on the daily. Just be honest with you guys. For the main topic of this video, the reason why I'm talking like this is because it's gonna help me with my own therapy. Because talking to you guys to me is therapy, and being able to talk about this might help me in the future look back and just kind of see a video oh, okay, that's what I want in the end of the day. I've had a struggle for the past decade of dating. Dating has been, let's just say, failures throughout the entire 10 years I've been on in dating. And obviously I'm single, so they had to all been fails. But I'm saying they were all boom, fall on the ground, hard fails. They were not, none of them were actually relationships that actually lasted a long time. And for a long time I wondered if it was me, but now I'm am I cursed? Because this happens too much now. I thought after I would transition to maybe it might be different, and it probably would be if I dated guys, but I date girls and it's so much more difficult with girls. Girls are way more difficult. I sometimes wish I was straight, because at the same time, if I was straight, I'd probably be in a lot more better relationships. But since I'm not straight and I'm into females, it's a lot harder. So, but whatever, at the end of the day, whoever's right for me is right for me, and they'll come in my life. So with that being said, what am I looking for in a relationship, in a girlfriend, all that stuff? So one thing, appearance is not a big deal to me, especially when it comes to how they show off themselves. For a long time I thought, okay, I only want a feminine woman that has long hair, wears her makeup, does all that stuff. I kind of realized within the last couple of months, if not a year, that I have actually decided, I've actually been falling and having crushes on women that have short hair, women that have long hair, women that don't wear makeup at all, women that do wear makeup, women that are just, or I don't know, for lack of a term, butch. I don't know if that's a good word for anybody to say that, butch, or tomboys, status, either or. I think that in the same time, I've been kind of falling into the pansexual kind of realm. Not too pansexual, because I wouldn't just date, someone define pansexual for me in the comment section, because I want to know. I don't want to say I'm pansexual and then people are no, you're not pansexual. Don't be talking shit about the pansexual community. No, I think I'm close to it. I would date not anybody, but I'm not saying pan people would date anybody either. So that's what I'm trying to say. When it comes to representation, I really admire a woman that could pull off short hair. So I think short hair's been kind of a good thing lately. And I really love eyes. A woman with really gorgeous eyes Usually green, blue, all that kind of color are always ones that like hit me hard. And I usually like people that have lighter skin than me. And I'm not trying to sit there and be racist because I don't want to be, but this is like for personal opinion for myself. Attractionness, I'm more attracted to white females, if that makes any sense. Sometimes I'll get attracted to Hispanic. And very rarely, with few, I have actually I was in a relationship with a black girl at one point, so yeah, don't hate on me. Another thing is I love smiles. I love someone that is not afraid to smile all the time. Like, and just knows that no matter what, like someone that's not too negative. I don't like negativity too much in my relationships, and I just like to be like, yo, everything's gonna go good, okay? Just keep your head together. In a relationship, I would definitely like to have a girl that isn't afraid to take in my emotions and my feelings. Someone that actually is more emotional than I am. I've been for 10 years of dating, I have been the more emotional one. I can't really avoid it. I tell myself every time I'm gonna be emotional, and for some reason I just am. I guess that's the way I was wired. And when I fall for someone, when I like someone, I get my hopes up, and that's why I'm always getting hurt. So that's why I gotta tell you guys right now. For me, I wish it was the other way around. I'm not saying that I don't want to have any feelings for that person, but I want someone to have more feelings for me for once. Someone that looks at me and says, and gets their hopes up for a relationship. Because at that point, I know it'll work out. Because I know in relationships, it takes two people and to make one heart. And if you only have one person driving force and the other person's kind of like, I don't know, it's not going to work out. And that's the thing that sucks about it. Because a lot of the times I've talked to people, it's been like that. I've been like the driving force, and then this one just doesn't know if they want it. And then they end up, leaving me. But I want someone that's the opposite of that for one. Someone that really wants to be in a relationship with me. Someone, of course, that's gonna obviously accept trans people for who they are, not gonna look at me like a fetish, and going to be experimental when it comes to sex. I don't want, like, for instance, I'm not calling out any names, I've had a relationship with a hardcore tomboy / butch girl before, and I was top, and they didn't mind it. In my opinion, if we have this certain sex organ to work together, might as well use it, right? So while I have my organ, basically, TMI alert, I use my part still. So I'm like, someone that's not like sitting there saying, I'll never do that. Someone that's a little more open sex-wise, I really like that in a relationship as well. I also love a woman that actually wants to take her time and grow around you, build up a personal connection with you. I don't like when people are like straight up about sex, like sex this, and they talk sexual all the time. I've had plenty of girls that were like nothing but sex with me, and I did not like it. I just get kind of like thrown off. It doesn't feel genuine to me, and it kind of feels like you're just that person's like sexual desire, I guess, and it's not fun. I'd rather just be appreciated for who I am as a person, and then sex comes whenever sex comes, you know what I mean? So that's one thing I do want in a relationship as well. So I hope you guys understand that, because especially coming from the adult community, you guys would probably think, I like sex. It's a great thing, and I'm not saying I've ever been deprived of it, but at the same time, I do admire being able to live with someone and not feeling like sex is the only thing they want to do. So that's what I'm trying to say. Someone that's gonna be there for me during my transition. I want someone that's gonna be there like during my surgery, someone that's gonna hold my hand whenever I need it the most. Someone that is going to care for me and not afraid to show up their feelings, their emotions towards me, because I am kind of like a therapist in relationships. I will be there for you. I will take care of you. I will hold your hand. I will make sure you are there to be happy the next day. This is the way my life has been. It's kind of weird because for someone like me, I love really hard but fall very hard too. So at the same time, for someone that loves really hard, I definitely don't have long relationships, and it's kind of awkward. You have someone that's like a driving force that loves the next person I end up with, the person that ends up with me and actually wants to be with me is going to be one lucky chick. I'm telling you right now, we'll have so much fun, go on so many dates, go so many places, doing so many fun things, separate, the sex between the regular life, and just kind of like be romantic a lot. And I'm not saying it's going to be excessive. I'm not like that kind of person that says, oh, well, let's go on a date today, tomorrow, the next day after that. No, like I'm talking about like making everything comfortable for each other. That's what I've always wanted in a relationship, is just to keep things comfortable between one another, because I always feel like that's the best thing you can do in a relationship. In relationships, I'm dominant and I can be submissive. I'm switched, so I really don't care at this point. My preferences, I'm a chick. I've seen chicks that are dominant, I've seen chicks that are not dominant. So to me, it's like, do I need to be dominant? When I was with guys, I was more so submissive because guys always wanted to be the dominant. Now that I'm with females, it's kind of different because one of us has to choose to be the dominant and one needs to be the submissive. And to me, I'm like, whatever you want, it's cool. I could be the one you hold, or you can be the one I hold. I don't care. I'm a very open up woman about what I do and how I am and how I treat my relationship partners. So yeah, I mean, honestly, especially with what like I'm talking about right in this video, doesn't mean that it's necessarily something that has always happened for me, but I can guarantee you right now, getting in the dating scene again and hoping, and I'm gonna stop putting my hopes out there, to be honest with you. I'm done with that, because hoping for a relationship or finding someone and being like, this is the one, is like, it's not working. It's making me probably like get hurt the most at the end of the day. So at the end of the day, I kind of like, I just want to throw that away. You know what I mean? I just kind of want to start putting my hopes out there and just kind of like going with the flow, Like, I also want a female that will talk to me. Like, when you're talking to me, you talk only to me. Like, I only talk to you, you only talk to me. I will give up the things that you don't want me, like I gave up adult content for someone that I was talking to for 2.5 months. And I don't regret it. I gave it up because I was talking to someone. I believed that it was the right thing to do. So to me, I would give up something that gets in the way of a relationship for that person. But I also want someone to understand that when they're talking to me, that it should be exclusive between me. And I'm not saying the first day or the second day or the first week. I'm saying once it gets serious, I want someone to like kind of like realize, I want a woman that wants to like be like, okay, you know what? I'm only talking to you. Only talking to you. I want someone that is excited to talk to me every morning. That good morning, beautiful, good morning texts I get from in certain relationships are always great. I always like to hear from them, especially in today's day and age. Everyone has phones, so texting is almost like essential in a relationship at this point. And I love when someone is very communicative with me, because I will be communicative back. But when someone is showing me those signs of like they're not communicating as much, and it makes it kind of bad for me, because then I don't want to communicate, and then before you know it, no one's communicating with anybody, and it's awkward, and it just sucks, to be honest with you, because I get depressed, I wonder, and I'm an overthinker. Thank goodness I don't drink, because if I drank, oh girl, I'd be freaking drunk every night. But I overthink a lot, so I decided that the best thing for me would be someone that wants to communicate. And if I realize that someone's not communicating with me as much during like a conversation, like even before a relationship, I will probably just kind of like dump them off, because I just don't want to deal with it. I want someone that legitimately will wake up in the morning like, oh my god, I gotta talk to her. Go to bed. Good night, babe. Or good night, girl. Whatever someone wants to call me. And I am happy. Communication to me is the biggest key in the world. You stay communicate with me. We go on dates on a regular basis. It's great. No excuses, no bullshit. I don't put bullshit up. I don't change schedules on anybody. I want someone that's really cool with schedules. Like, they know what they want to do, and if they have it, they see it set in stone. They don't sit there and tell me last minute, I can't go because my dog got sick. It's because those are lame excuses. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be there for your dog, but I mean, honestly, the odds of that happening right before. And there's people that have like kept me waiting for dates. There's people that didn't show up, and then they don't text you till the next day, acting like nothing ever happened. And it's like, yo, this is kind of ridiculous. For those of you guys that don't know, I was dating guys when I first started my transition, because I was very uncomfortable dating girls. I always felt like, oh, well, I'm gonna be looked at as less than a girl if I'm dating girls. And I dated guys, and it was going okay. In fact, guys, in my opinion, I hate to say it, tend to be better at being in relationships with me, because they tend to have more of a drive to be with me. Whereas when I get with girls, it's like I'm battling her and her ex, or I'm battling someone, and like it's kind of like a lot harder because like I don't seem to get much feelings from girls as much as I do from guys. Guys come approach me all the time, but girls really don't. And I don't really know when a girl's hitting on me or not, because I don't know if she's lesbian or bisexual. It's like a really hard thing. It's like sometimes you feel like you just gotta go on an app just to find someone, or go to a gay club, or go to Pride, or fucking go to places that you feel like there's more LGBTQ people. And there's some people that are obviously show off that they're in the community, but there's some people that you just can't tell. So to me, definitely, I really crave, just being in a relationship with a woman that really, in my opinion, at the end of the day, just cares more than I do. I do want to care. I don't want to be in a relationship with someone that really cares and I don't care, because at the same time, it's still not equal. There's not like a driving force, both two driving forces to make a relationship. And I truly believe that something like that will happen for me one of these days. It just sucks that I keep going through these short fuse things. A lot of times, there's a lot of short fuse relationships, and some are not relationships, but they might as well be. A lot of short fuse things that are just not working out, girl. And I'm just like, at the end of the day, I'm going through a lot of this depression, and I'm just hoping that one point I can seriously just get out of it, because I feel like I look at all these people in relationships, especially like these girls and guys, and they're in like 8 and 9 year long relationships, and it's going so good, and I'm like, why can't I have at least 1 year? You know what I mean? I just don't. But I mean, it would make the channel so much better. We could do YouTube together. I don't know, it's just so much fun stuff I could do. I also want that. Speaking of one thing, I want a girlfriend that's not afraid to get on camera. A girlfriend that's like, hey, what's up, guys? Hey, it's like someone that's like, doesn't be afraid to be recorded. Obviously, I don't want someone that wants to clout chase. I don't have much clout, so there's nothing to chase. But what I'm trying to say is, I don't want people that just look at me for my money, look at me for my what I do. I want someone that's genuine, very nice, very cool. And I know it's kind of hard to ask for that, and it's like not like everyone's gonna be like that. But girl, I've been through 10 years of bullshit, so please, God, just I'm waiting for the right one here. I'm not old, I'm not young, or I'm young, I guess. I'm not old, but I'm tired of this bullshit I've been getting for like the last 10 years. And I'm ready. I am ready for a good relationship. And I'm just afraid to talk about anything that I've been the kind of person that like to scream out to my family, ooh, I'm talking to this person, I'm talking to that person. Look guys, I'm talking to this person, I'm talking to that person. And then like, before you know it, I'm crying because that person doesn't talk to me anymore. So I'm like almost afraid to say something now, to say like I'm talking to someone, because God forbid I lose them out of my life again. And I'm almost at that point where I'm like, I don't want to be an asshole to potentially my future wife. And that's why I continuously treat women the way I want, like in a good way, or men in a good way, because every time that this shit happens to me, I want to be an asshole to the next relationship, because I'm tired of being the nice person and falling down. And then I realized, like, what if I'm mean to the wrong person though? What if it turns out to be the right person and I'm just an asshole to them? So like my mind is like constantly thinking. That's why every time I talk to someone, I constantly think, oh, this is the one, this is the one, this is the one. It's because like I always believed from the beginning that it's gonna work out no matter what. But I guess at some parts that's what hurts me in the end, but it's whatever. Anyways, guys, this might be my part 1. I might do some more of this in another part, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys took a lot of the information I said and maybe like incorporate into one of your relationships, or into your future relationships, or maybe into what you're like hoping for in another relationship. So, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, leave it a like. If you guys have not subscribed to Charlotte Church today, what are you guys doing? Subscribe, leave a like, comment, ring the notification bell. Y'all know what it is, so you guys can be notified every time I go live on YouTube and upload to YouTube. And also, like I said, sponsor Dr. Pepper. Okay, this is just getting old now. Fucking old. Anyways, guys, I love you guys lots, like tater tots, apricots, lollipops, and ladybugs with lots of spots. Shout out to my girl Alicia for that one. Bye, guys. My skin looks flawless in this video. I'm not gonna lie.